Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's Yin Yang class. My name is Prem Kaur, and it is with so much honor and privilege I welcome each and every one of you to today's class. Today's class is about how we can conquer our own self-doubt. For the past few weeks, I believe it's when the weather changed, my mood has shifted and I have become a little bit more critical of myself. And I've been wondering why, and I don't know why. Just a lot of self-doubt, a lot of judgment that I can sometimes hear myself say about myself. Me just being my own worst critic. And it's hard when you become your own enemy. It's hard when you turn against yourself. Because if there should be at least one friend in your life, it should be you with yourself. You should be your own best friend. You should be your own lover. And I know all of this, but I don't know why, time to time, I feel like this. And maybe this is a part of our human journey. Maybe this is a part of our human nature to experience confidence and then to experience a time of no confidence. But yesterday, as I was teaching the yoga teacher training program here, I was going through the 5 kleshas, which are known as the 5 reasons of why a human being suffers in life. And one of the 5 is called devesh, which means aversion. Aversion means when you are with someone that you don't like or with something you don't like, you feel anxious that you don't want to be there anymore. And I find that when you go through self-doubt, I realized as I was teaching this last night, that when you go through self-doubt, you are going through the devesh with yourself, you're going through an aversion with yourself. And this actually shocked me because we all are very aware that if you are in a room with someone you don't like, or if you have someone has given you food that you don't like, or you're in a room that is of a particular color and you don't like that, we already know that it is something external to us that can give us that reaction of like, no, I don't want to be here. I don't want to eat this. I don't want to be in this room. I don't want to be with this person. But what do you do when you have an aversion to yourself? What do you do when you have so much self-doubt that you have that aversion to yourself? And the only thing that you can do when you are self-critical, when you are judgmental, is to give yourself space. Is to give yourself space so that you can find kindness for yourself come through. Sometimes there are things in our body that just needs to be heard. Sometimes there are things in our mind that need to be heard. So we need to give space to it all. Because we can't expect ourselves to be happy and energetic all of the time. If it was, then we will not know the meaning of happiness. So we have to also experience these moments of where we feel low so we can know that it is actually in these moments, if we were to not be so averted to it, we learn the most about ourselves. And in the path of our own self-exploration, we understand what it takes to love ourselves so much so we can actually expect the same from others then. So everyone, please bring your hands to heart center. In today's class, we will be exploring what it means to hold space for ourselves, to allow these moments to pass through, to listen and be aware without any judgment. Take a deep breath in, sigh everything out. Inhale to 1 round of Om here. Bow down to your fingertips to give yourself gratitude for being here and gratitude for the openness you have to your mat for the next hour. Namaste and welcome to class. Lower your hands down on top of your thighs. I invite you to close your eyes here or soften your gaze. Breathe in deeply here. Create space in your heart and roll your shoulder blades towards one another. Gather the space in your navel, between your ribs, and settle your sit bones down into the earth even more. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. Focus on the journey of your breath from the tip of your nose down towards the base of your belly. Then from the base of your belly down towards the tip of your nose. Notice the length of your inhale, the length of your exhale. Simply notice, simply be aware. Now create a gentle constriction in the back of your throat, inhaling with an audible sigh in, inhaling with your mouth closed, exhaling with your mouth closed with that gentle constriction. This creates the sound of an ocean wave, a whisper. And bring yourself, using your inner vision, to the most beautiful landscape you have ever seen. Perhaps it's by the beach, by a waterfall, a serene jungle, mountaintop, anywhere where you find so much serenity right now. And still being aware of your breath, notice as you do a Ujjayi breath here, the length of your inhale, the length of your exhale. Now create some space in between your inhale and exhale and bring your awareness there. And see, like an elastic band, if you can expand that space each time you inhale and exhale. Expand it so much that it creates a doorway in this space for you to enter. And when you enter this space, notice what it feels like to be here. And you can come to your normal breath to suspend yourself into that space. Let's bring this space with us into our practice. Bring your hands to meet at heart center. Take a deep breath in. Sigh everything out. Let's close our meditation with one round of Om. Keep your hands here. Notice the vibrations that you feel of Om here. And lower your hands down on top of your thighs. Roll your shoulders back, push your heart forward, look up towards the sky. Exhale, round your back, tuck your chin in. Take a deep breath in, raise your hands overhead. Interlock your fingers with only your index finger and your thumbs pointing up. Roll your shoulders back and reach up. Inhale. Exhale, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Take a deep breath in and tilt over towards the right. Make sure all four corners of your sit bones are grounded down here. Exhale, come back into center. Inhale, left. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist towards the right. Exhale, center. Inhale, twist left. Exhale, center. Inhale, look up and reach back here. Exhale, tilt forward. Keep your fingers and your arms parallel towards the ground. Gazes towards the earth. Inhale, up. Turn your palms out and sunset your hands all the way down towards the mat. Everyone, let's make our way onto our hands and knees, coming into a tabletop position. Your hands are outer shoulder distance apart and your knees are hip distance apart. Tuck your toes here. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, bring your heart forward, look forward. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under, shelter your heart in. Inhale, heart forward, look forward. Embody the space that your heart is feeling right now, and exhale, give your heart some space as you tuck it in. Let's do this in a few more rounds using your own breath. In each time, each movement, don't rush. Give yourself the space that you need here to move and transform into each shape. Just a few more rounds here, 3 more. Now tuck your toes if they're not tucked. Come into neutral. And slowly raise your knees off the ground, coming into our very first downward facing dog. We will start this class with some hatha movements here. Walk out your heels and feel downward dog and yourself, your own mind meeting this shape. Breathe in deeply here. And with your breath, create space in the back of your body and feel your back broadening with your breath. As you breathe deeply, give yourself the space to be. Hug your navel in towards your spine. Turn your thighs back. Push your sit bones up like as if someone's pulling you up with a string. Tuck your tailbone under and settle your heart even more into the space between your shoulder blades. Just one more breath here, settling in. See if you can draw your heels closer and closer towards the earth. Look forward and walk or big step forward to fold. Bend your knees here and place your hands behind your shins. And if you can place them behind your heels, that's okay. Bend your knees so much so you can look forward, heart forward here. And exhale, fold, straighten your knees, and bring your forehead close towards your lower body. Let's do this 3 more times. Inhale, heart forward, hands behind your heels or your shins. Exhale, fold. 2 more times. Inhale. Turn your sit bones back here and exhale. Now fold. One last time. Inhale, heart forward. Bend your knees, hug your shins behind, hug your hands behind your shins. Look forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, heart forward, hands behind your shins. And this time, bring your hands overhead. Look forward. Driving and pressing your heels into the earth, rise to stand. First straightening your knees, then reaching back, look up here. Noticing the space above you, noticing the space around you. And exhale, bring your hands to meet at heart center. Roll your shoulders back, bring your palms facing forward. Inhale, bend your knees and bring your biceps and your arms out in front and overhead. Exhale, turn your thighs back, hinge forward from your hips, place your fingertips to the earth or your shins. Inhale, heart forward, look forward. Exhale to fold. Ground your hands flat on the mat and step back for higher push-up. Slowly lower down onto your belly. Untuck your toes, roll your shoulders back. And inhale, raise and lift your heart up and forward for cobra. Your chin is parallel towards the ground. Tuck your toes, exhale, hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe 3 deep breaths here. And feel as if your breath is breathing you. Feel as if the space around you is breathing you. The space between your heartbeats is breathing you. Look forward, walk or step or hop forward to fold. Bend your knees, bring your biceps by your ears, look forward, press your heels firmly into the earth and root to rise, raise your hands overhead. Exhale, draw your hands to meet, heart center. Roll your shoulders back, palms facing forward. Inhale, bend your knees, bring your hands out in front and overhead. Exhale, hinge forward from your hips, fingertips towards the earth or your shins. Inhale, heart forward, look forward. Exhale to fold, ground your hands, step back. Higher push-up, lower down onto your belly. Untuck your toes and inhale, raise your heart forward into the space in front of you. Cobra. Tuck your toes, hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe deeply. Breathe into the space between your shoulder blades and the back of your body, allowing it to broaden in space with your breath. Hug your navel in, turn your thighs back, push your sit bones up even more, tuck your tailbone under, and soften your heart into the space between your shoulder blades a little more. Look forward, walk, step, or hop to fold. Bend your knees, bring your biceps by your ears, look forward, root to rise, raise your hands overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to meet at heart center. Roll your shoulders back, palms facing forward. Inhale, bend your knees, raise your hands overhead. Last round. Exhale, hinge forward. This time, tense your fingertips onto the earth. Now step your right leg back. Heart forward, look forward. Make sure your front ankle is underneath your front knee. So lean back here if your knee is overextending. Straighten your back knee from the earth as much as you can. Now step your left leg back into downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your knees down. Exhale, chin and chest comes down. Hug your ribs with your elbows. Look forward. Inhale, slide forward, untuck your toes, cobra. Tuck your toes, exhale, downward facing dog. This is half a round of Ashtanga style Surya Namaskar. Raise your right leg up towards the sky. Bring your knee to chest. Hug everything in for a moment and step it through in between your hands. Heart forward, look forward. Step your back foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees, root to rise, raise your hands overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to meet, heart center. Inhale, raise your hands overhead. Exhale, hinge forward from your hips. Place your fingertips to the earth. Tense your fingertips here. Step your left leg back. Square your hips, front knee directly above your ankle. Straighten your back knee, heart forward, look forward. Step your right leg back, downward facing dog. Inhale, knees down. Exhale, chin and chest down. Slide forward, untuck your toes. Inhale for cobra. Tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe deeply here. Raise your left leg up towards the sky. Bring your knee to chest. Hug everything in for a moment and then step it through in between your hands. Heart forward, look forward. And step your back foot forward, forward fold. Bend your knees, biceps by your ears, root to rise, raise your hands overhead, reaching up to the space above you and that surrounds you. Exhale, bring your hands to meet, heart center. Roll your shoulders back, palms facing forward. Take 3 rounds of deep grounding breath here. Inviting in perhaps the Ujjayi breath that we used at the beginning of class in our meditation. With a gentle constriction in the back of your throat, create ocean waves here with the sound of your breath. Ujjayi breath is known to calm us, give us focus, and teach us how to be calm in one of the most stressful situations. Come back to your normal breath. Inhale, bend your knees, bring your hands out in front and overhead. Reach up here. Exhale, fold down towards the earth. Tense your fingertips here and bend into your knees so that you can come into that squat that we did at the beginning of class. Bring your hands behind your shins or your heels. Heart forward, look forward. Here in this moment, breathe in deeply and notice the space in between your heart and your thighs. Even if it's minuscule, just feel it there. It does exist. Hug everything in this really tight pose here. Really feel everything is coming in towards the center, towards the space between your belly and your thighs. And bring your heart forward a little bit more. Now this time, bring your hands overhead, keeping your lower body in this way. Allowing then your sit bones to sit deeper. Bring your heart forward, look forward. Your upper body rises, but your lower body is still the same. 3 breaths here. Breathe deeply and breathe into the space of your heart. Find your upper body levitating here into this space. Draw your shoulder blades in towards one another. Hug your navel in. Turn your thighs back, allowing your sit bones to go back and apart. Tuck your tailbone under, feeling a constriction right underneath your navel. And reach your hands up even more. Good work, everybody. 1 more breath. And exhale, fold. Tense your fingertips down towards the earth. Step your right leg back. Straighten your right knee as much as you can. Make sure your front knee is stacked above your front ankle. So adjust your stance here if you can. So bring your ankle directly underneath your knee. Now, whenever you're ready, scissor your thighs in towards one another and raise your hands out in front and overhead. Really focus on strengthening your heel and your back shin up towards the sky. This is where the power is going to come into this pose. So straighten it here and bend into your front knee a little bit deeper. Good. Breathe in deeply here. And as you breathe in deeply, as you breathe the deepest breath that you can, notice how there can be more space created in your mind. Draw your shoulder blades in towards one another. Scissor your thighs in. Square your hips and raise your hands up and back even more. Draw your hands to meet at heart center. Close everything in here. Shelter your heart here. And exhale, open your hands wide, cactus arms. Exhale, close. Tuck your chin in. Inhale, open, cactus arms. Exhale, close. Inhale, cactus arms. Now raise your hands overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth, framing your front leg. From here, as many hops as it takes, hop your back foot up towards the sky, coming in for our standing split. Time to challenge ourselves just a little bit here. Square your hips towards the ground and really focus on driving your thigh bone up towards the sky rather than your heel. Now bring your knee towards your chest and curl your upper body towards your knee. And exhale, kick back. Let's do this 4 more times. Exhale. And inhale, expand. 3 more times, going at your own pace. Moving with your breath. 2 more times. One last time. And slowly float your back foot, your floating foot, to meet the left on the earth. Grab onto your elbows and take a moment to rest here. Sway side to side. Now bring your hands behind your shin here. We won't go into chair pose again, don't worry, but we will do this little modification here. Bring your hands behind your shins, heart forward, look forward, bend into your knees. Exhale, fold, tense your fingertips on the ground, and this time step your left leg back. Scissor your thighs in towards one another. Make sure your front knee is stacked directly above your ankle. Strengthen your legs towards one another and raise your hands out in front and overhead. Bend into your front knee a little bit more deeper here to come into a 90-degree angle of your front knee. Make sure your back knee is straight. Shine your shin up towards the sky and shine your back heel up towards the sky. Bend into your front knee a little bit more. Good. Breathe in deeply here and fill your heart with the spaciousness of your breath. Draw your shoulder blades in towards one another so they can cocoon your breath as you breathe in. Scissor your thighs in and reach your hands up and back a little bit more. Now on your next exhale, bring your hands to meet at heart center. On your inhale, open your hands like cactus arms, look up towards the sky. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. 2 more times. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Last time. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Raise your hands up towards the sky. Inhale, reach up a little bit more. And exhale, hinge forward. Fingertips towards the earth. Tense your fingertips here. And kick up your left leg up towards the sky, coming directly into your standing split. Your hips are square and drive your thigh bone up towards the sky. Bring your knee to your chest. 5 rounds here of this. Exhale, kick back. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, kick back. Knee to chest. Exhale, kick back. Knee to chest. Exhale, kick back. Knee to chest. And step forward, forward fold. Grab onto your elbows here. And sway side to side. One more yang pose, and this will help us transition into our yin postures. Place your hands behind your shins. Heart forward, look forward. Bend into your knees. Into our modified chair pose here. Now, keep this here. Tense your fingertips onto the earth and slowly sit down on top of your heels. That's right. No, stay here. I said one more yang pose. You can keep your hands onto the earth for balance or on some blocks, or if you like, bring your hands to meet at heart center. Roll your shoulders back and sit tall here. Breathe deeply. That's right. Sit on your heels here. Breathe deeply and stand tall here. Create space here with your breath. Draw your shoulder blades in. Push your sit bones back a little bit. Tuck your tailbone under, giving yourself more strength from your lower abdomen here. And bring your heart up towards the sky a little bit more. Lean forward, tense your fingertips here, and step back into a tabletop position. Bring your knees wide as you can, untuck your toes, and place your sit bones onto your heels, moving into a child's pose with wide knees. Our very first yin posture. Walk your hands towards the top of the mat. And with each exhale, see if you can settle your sit bones down onto your heels a little bit more. Slowly make your way back into a tabletop position. Bring your hands directly underneath your shoulders and your knees are hip distance apart. Take a deep breath in and raise your right hand up towards the sky. Look up here And on your exhale, thread your right hand underneath your left armpit, settling your right shoulder onto the earth. Your left hand, you can walk it towards the top edge of your mat, or you can place it behind your sit bones. And when we move more and more into yin and eventually restorative yoga here, our yang portion was all about creating space in our breath. Yin invites us to create space in our mind. Slowly bring your left hand to come onto the mat beside your face. Push up here and raise your right hand up towards the sky. Exhale, come down towards the earth here. Inhale, raise your left hand up towards the sky this time. Thread your left hand underneath your armpit and settle your shoulder down here. Walk your right hand either towards the top edge of your mat or over your sacrum. Slowly walk your right hand down to meet your face, just right beside your face on the earth, and raise your left hand up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way down towards the earth. Now slowly make your way to lie down on your belly. Bring your hands wide into a T shape. To now begin to stretch the other opposite side of our shoulders. If you have tight shoulders, you can also connect your thumb and your index finger onto the earth in front of you. Otherwise, for a deep stretch, you can keep your hands in T shape. Raise your right foot up towards the sky and bring your right foot all the way behind your left, tilting over towards the left. And with your right hand, you can place it onto the earth or over your sacrum. And if you can, if you wish, you can clasp your hands behind you here. Slowly bring your right hand, walking it back right in front of your face, and tilt over, bringing your right foot to meet the left onto the earth. Bring your hands back into a T shape. And raise your left foot up towards the sky, reaching back, placing it onto the earth behind your right leg. And you can choose any hand placement that you wish here, knowing that each side will feel different. Maybe you'd like to clasp your hands. Maybe your hand is okay over your sacrum. Or maybe you'd like to keep it onto the earth. Whatever you decide and whatever your body needs, remember not to judge here. Just be aware. Unclasp your hands and slowly make your way back onto the mat, onto the earth. Make a pillow with your hands and rest your forehead here. And just rest here for a few moments. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and slowly come up onto your hands and knees. And bring your legs out in front to come and take a seat. And when you arrive here, bring the flesh from underneath your sit bones, widen out your legs, curl your toes towards your kneecaps, tense your fingertips right beside your thighs, roll your shoulder blades, and stand tall here. Sit tall. Take a deep breath in, raise your hands overhead. Really firmly press all four corners of your sit bones into the earth. Reach up here. And exhale, lean forward. Place your fingertips down onto the earth and walk your hands forward here. Make sure your toes are always curled up towards your knees. On your inhale, roll your shoulders back, heart forward, push your sit bones back towards the back of the room. And exhale, walk your fingertips down a little bit more. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, crawl your fingertips forward a bit more. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, a little bit deeper and pause and breathe it in here. Create space in between your breath, your inhale and your exhale. And with each space, like an elastic band that you create in between each breath, find yourself immersing yourself deeper and deeper into what it feels like to be in that spaciousness, the space between thoughts. the space between words. I invite you to silently, in your own thoughts, repeat the sentence, I am. I am. I am. And begin to create space in between the sentences until it opens up a door for you to immerse yourself in that space, in that nothing. Walk your hands over your right leg, and you can fold over your right leg here, or you can reach over with your right hand over your right toes, shin, or thigh. Place your hand behind your sacrum, and using your shoulder as a guide, roll your right shoulder back, your left shoulder back, and look towards your left shoulder. And see if you can pull your elbow to touch your knee a little bit more. And slowly release. Walk your hands back in, noticing the space in between each step, in between each transition. Walk your hands over towards the left. Place your left hand over your left foot. Right hand behind your sacrum. And turn your right shoulder back. Look towards your right shoulder. And pull your left side body towards your knee a little bit more. Make sure here to keep your right toes curled, ensuring that all of your body is engaged here. And slowly walk your hands back into center. And walk your hands back in towards you. Bring your hands underneath your knees and cradle them to close, touching your soles of your feet towards one another. Grab onto your ankles, roll your shoulders back, heart forward, look forward. Exhale, round your back and hug yourself over your cobbler's feet. Slowly walk yourself back into upright. Roll your shoulders back. If you're towards the bottom end of your mat, scoot yourself forward as we're going to transition to reclined cobblers. Whenever you're ready, tense your fingertips behind you and lean back until you land on your elbow and your forearm. And when you arrive here, connect your shoulder blades in towards one another. Allow your heart to lift, look up towards the sky, and slowly connect your shoulders, the crown of your head towards the earth. And then lie down completely here. Raise your hands overhead, grab onto your elbows, and rest your elbows onto the earth over your head. If you like, you can place a block or two underneath your knees and really give yourself a full restorative position here. To honor the courage that it took for us to create space in our mind, body, thoughts. I'd like to offer an aromatherapy mist here. And it is our mellow blend, which is excellent for calming, soothing, resting, relaxing, and uplifting our mood. It has bergamot oil, lavender, and chamomile. If this isn't in your practice, please place both hands on your belly so I'll know to respect your boundaries. Bring your hands underneath your knees, closing them, and bring your knees towards your chest, giving yourself a good hug here. Bring your hands into a T shape and lower your knees down towards the right. Look towards the left. Slowly bring your knees back into center and lower your knees down over towards the opposite side. Bring your gaze to the right. Slowly bring your knees back into center. Hug your knees and grab onto the pinky side edges of your feet, allowing the soles of your feet to lift up towards the sky for happy baby pose. Your shins are wide, knees are bent. And if you like, rock side to side, if this gives you joy. One by one, lower both of your legs down towards the earth with your legs long and wide. Bring your palms wide, palms facing up. Palms facing up. Walk your shoulder blades in towards one another and allow your heart to open and lift one more time, engaging with the space that surrounds you. Flex your toes and allow your toes to flop out and your heart to rest deeply into the space that supports you. And find yourself spreading, melting, and releasing everything into the space that holds you as you come into Shavasana. Slowly bring your awareness back into your body. Wiggle your toes, your fingers, and add some gentle movements into your limbs here, awakening each and every part of your body. And slowly bring yourself over towards the right side of your body, coming into a fetal position here. And slowly push yourself up to come onto your seat. Coming into any comfortable seated position you like. A famous French composer once said, that it is the space between the notes that make the music. And this is something that I find quite comforting to know, that even in life, that when we go through our ups and downs, when we go through our good times and challenging times, when we remember to hold space for ourselves, and when we remember to immerse ourselves into as much spaciousness as we can, we appreciate the beauty of each moment, how the challenging moments offer us wisdom, and how the happy moments offer us a gift. And we realize that it is the space that connects us like a string, like a thread, guiding us to each note of our life. For life is also like music. The more space we create, the more beautiful the music. Bring your hands to meet at heart center here. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And inhale to one round of Om to close. Bow down to your fingertips to give yourself gratitude for your inner space, gratitude for your practice, and gratitude for all that is coming. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you all have a peaceful day. I believe you will. And I hope to see you all in class soon again. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you.